Welcome back. This is Sage, and you are watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney, and this is the Stocks in Action show. Let's have a look at the ASX 200 and the ASX listed stocks that are trending today. The S&P ASX 200 is lower today, dropping 31.90 points or 0.45% to 7,013 at 11:32 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, crossing below its 20-day moving average, and the bottom performing stocks in this index are Perenti Global Limited and Xero Limited, down 25.13% and 9.44%. The index has lost 0.69% for the last 5 days, but sits 2.23% below its 52-week high. Sectors are mixed. 7 of 11 sectors are lower today, along with the S&P ASX 200 index. Healthcare is the best performing sector, gaining 1.03% and rebounding from its recent decline. This sector is off 0.56% for the past 5 days. Well, on that note, let's have a look at some major news from the ASX listed companies. Let's have a look at the first big news. Australia's gold stocks register gains on strong bullion prices. Perenti tracks the worst day in over a year on weak second half earnings views, and shares of Perenti Global Limited slumped almost 20% to 0.78 Australian dollars, marking it as the worst performing day since March 23rd, 2020. According to Perenti, the second half of 2021 earnings are expected to be softer than the first half because of negative impacts in the labour market caused by COVID-19 disruptions. Perenti Global Limited shares are trading at 0.73 Australian dollars at 11:32 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And moving on to the next big news, Red Cape Hotel Group announces upgrades to the financial year 2021 guidance. Red Cape Hotel Group Management Limited, as responsible entity of Red Cape Hotel Group, has announced continuation of strong trading in the third quarter. The company has upgraded its underlying earnings from 9.7 cents per share to 10.2 cents per share, with fourth quarter distribution of 2.67 Australian dollars versus 1.83 Australian dollars in the previous guidance, backed by an annualised yield of 8.3% for year ended 30th June 21. Red Cape Hotel Group shares traded at 1.02 Australian dollars at 11:32 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Meanwhile, this ASX listed stock is in the news today. Brookside gets listed on Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Shares open strong on the ASX. Brookside Energy Limited announced commencement of trading on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, or FSE, under the ticker. The European listing is expected to draw investment from institutional and retail investors across the EU and support the company's strategy to broaden its overseas investor base at a time when global oil prices are rebounding. The company has stated that it has reached a critical milestone with the starting of drilling of the high-impact Jewel well in the Swish AOI in the Anadarko Basin, Oklahoma, USA. Brookside Energy Limited shares last traded at 0.025 Australian dollars per share at 11:32 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Moving on to the next big news, Spark Technologies gets shareholders acquainted with a strategic review of SPN. Spark Technologies Limited provides update on a strategic review of SPN's core business activities and market opportunities, led by Mr. Mike Bartels, Chief Executive Officer of SPN. The review results primarily ensured that business activities are in alignment with opportunities linked directly to near-term market outcomes and deliverables. Mr. Bartels, who joined the company as its new CEO on the 1st of March 2021, highlighted that Spark's primary focus is on commercialising graphene technologies and products backed by strong R&D. The company is confident on adding significant value to its chosen market sectors, including industrial, materials, sustainability, and remediation and health. The company will emphasise on collaborating both domestically and internationally with research institutes. industry partners and customers, as graphene represents an emerging market. Spark Technologies Limited shares last traded at 0.245 Australian dollars, current at 11:32 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And meanwhile, this ASX listed stock is in the news today. 1 million unique visitors reported by Future First Technologies on rural real estate website. Future First Technologies Limited provided an update on the operating status of its 100% owned rural real estate website, farmbuy.com, a real estate website listing commercial, agricultural properties and rural lifestyle properties. Properties listed on farmbuy.com have an estimated total value in excess of 1.5 billion Australian dollars, and audience numbers have grown strongly. Unique visitors to the website are up an impressive 107% year on year to over 1 million. The unique audience is now generating almost 7 million page views per annum. And meanwhile, Future First Technologies Limited stock was spotted trading at 0.07 Australian dollars per share, current at 11:32 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for joining us. That's all for now. Stay tuned with 𝐊𝐴𝐴 TV for more live market updates, and we will be back with more news on the markets, economy and diversity, themes and sectors. Sage signing off for now.